About a foot away, just let her drop on there.
And about 5 inches will keep it good and wet. Notice how it's wet now.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another action-packed episode here on AC Designs Garage. And today we got a humdinger for y'all. We're going to be doing a super cool black metallic with 2K clear, all out of spray cans. So make sure y'all come along and enjoy the fun. All right, guys, I don't know how much y'all can tell. I still fighting this cold for the past 2 weeks. But anyway, we're going to try to get it done for y'all because this is the only day we got. It's 40-some degrees outside and it's supposed to rain the rest of the week. So we're going to try to get this door done for you. But let me show you what we're going to be attempting to work with today and see how it turns out. So here's the products we're going to be working with today. Some good old 5-way satin black. Make sure I did grab, yeah. Satin black Rust-Oleum. We're going to use this as our base coat and just get a good color coverage. And oil rubbed bronze, which almost looks like a goldish pearl metallic. So we're going to try to make like a black metallic out of this. And our good old standby 2K Glamour Clear. Push that little button in on the bottom, push the hardener in. This is the same thing basically that they spray at the body shops. It's a catalyzed 2K Clear. It cuts and buffs like a dream, flows out and all that stuff, works great. So y'all saw the door. It's been a while since we painted it. The turbo can red, I hate to mess it up because that thing is gorgeous. We're going to scuff this down real quick and I'll show you what we're going to use. We're going to be using the Motor Guard soft block, which I use a lot. I like it. And I like these 3M squeegees, but we're going to be using 600 wet on the block, and I'm just going to be hosing her down with a little bit of water here in the thing instead of saturating everything. But all we're wanting to do is just to flatten this out. We're not trying to strip anything off. We're just going to flatten it down to a good, it's got dirt all over it. Squirrel. Flatten it down to a good matte consistency. Then we'll roll her outside and get her all black. And then I'll come in and show you how to do the drop coat with the metallic over there. So see what kind of custom job we can get out some rattle cans on this door. A lot of you guys have asked for like a metallic, black metallic, and it's kind of hard to get a good even coat and stuff, but we're going to try our best at it. Which I think this oil rub bronze is going to be a really cool addition to it. Also, before I forget, we're going to wipe it off with some good old sprayway glass cleaning rags real quick before we get at it. And yeah, that's about all we're going to be using here, guys. Not a whole lot of expense. I'll show you the Shakemaster 4000 that I manufacture here that only can be bought at www.acdesignsgarage.com. And I'll show you shaking the paint with it, and we'll get to doing this unit. This should be a pretty cool video on how to make some custom colors here. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I couldn't find the right metallic. But I'm hoping this one's going to look cool. I don't know. This is shooting from the hip, guys, like I do everything else. But anyways, let's get this thing wiped off real quick. We'll 600 wet it. A lot of you guys have asked about, you know, when do I prime? Do I need to prime this before I paint it? If your door or car or whatever is in this shape, there's no flaking or no, you know, delamination or anything of the paint coming off, or you got any raw body work or anything like that, you don't need to prime it. If you got a good substructure here, whatever you call it, you just need to get a good scuff, a good tooth to it where it'll bite in, and you should be good. The only other time that I would use like a primer in a situation like we do here with the spray paint is if I'm doing reds or yellow or orange or something like that. You're going to want to scuff this, or I guess you could use white paint, but the primer dries faster. But you can scuff this and you'll put a white, you know, like a white or a light gray undertone if this was black or something, just to help build the color up faster. Basically all the time I would do it. But anyhow, let's get this cleaned off and get her all customized. If this was around any kind of, you know, armor alls or grease or anything like that, you definitely would want to do a wax and grease before this. It's just been sitting out in the yard. So it's just mainly got dust on it. So we're just going to go over this thing. Good old sprayway. Do kind of like just a little pre-clean to wash it off. Use those Scott Shop towels. We'll link all these things in the description box below. Don't cost you guys any extra. I make a wee amount off of qualified purchases. I just put it down there and helps the channel out, but also it gives you a place to find it real quickly without looking all over the world for it. Yeah, she's pretty dirty. Not too bad though. Shouldn't take too much to get this flat because we shot all this out of the gun instead of the can. So make sure, I'll try to link the video down below if you want to see it, but we just drained all the paint out of the turbo can into the spray gun, sprayed it, then mixed up some clear. shot on there. Anyhow, that's good and cleaned up. So now we're gonna take our good old 600 here and get her scuffed up. Make sure if you got anything like these buttons here, you roll them up because they'll scratch the paint. Don't want no more scratches than we got. Make sure to drop below in the comments combinations that y'all might want to see, what colors, you know, anything. I had some guys wanting to see some metallic black. So we're going to try to give y'all custom metallic black. I think this will look neat. Hope the sun's out long enough we can get out there where you can get a really good look at her. So this is plain old tap water here. And I'm just going to soak the area down with it. You can have a bucket. And if you want to put some Dawn in it, it kind of helps clean it and everything like that also. But since all this is pretty good, this is how we're going to do it. Now, we're going to do this in the old X pattern. We're going to come down like this and then up like this and just keep moving back. And basically what it does is this is how you get stuff flat. You never want to sand directly straight because you'll just cut in. Because when you're cutting at angles like this, you got a larger footprint, if you want to call it. But if you see any of this white stuff right here just running off of this milky stuff, don't worry about that. That's just clear. Now, if your base color starts to run off of it and stuff and it starts turning red, then you got a problem. You just cut through your clear and you're into your base, and then you need to reassess. But if you'll notice, we're going to work like a 1 foot area at a time, and we're just doing this diagonal like this. And what it does, if you get a ridge built this way, when you come back, you just plow on the ridge back over this way. Gives you a way to flatten her out good and flat. We're not body working here, we're just wanting to get it scuffed, but while we're in here, we might as well cut this orange peel and stuff off. Like on your sharp edges, you need to watch out for them. If you're not confident enough or you're worried about hitting them, take a piece of masking tape and put over them, and you can come back with some red Scotch-Brite and just run over them to scuff it. Now, as I come up to this crevasse here, I'm going to roll it up, and I'm just going to be using this edge here. You'll see how I grab it like this. Still going on the old X pattern here, the diagonal. And get in your crevasse really good. And then once you get this ditch right here took care of, we're going to lay the block back down. And you can about hear this real rough to start with. It'll start smoothing out here in a minute. I think that's probably pretty close. Now we're going to do the radius. Now remember, the way paint works, it's just like it's water. Your paint's going to hang more in areas like the low spots and the flat spots, but these radiuses, just like the water runs down it, your clear is going to flow away. So there's going to be a little less on a radius. There's a lot less on the edge. But just remember, these are going to be your thinner spots. So we're not going to work this a real long time. We're just going to run over it probably twice. Now we got it back flat, we're going to roll it. We're rolling with it. Just roll with the flow. Always doing your X pattern like that. And you can run, you don't have to go X. I see people learning this and they're like, oh gosh, I got to do the X every time. And it messes with it. Now, roll it this way and roll it back that way. Same thing, just not as complicated. This not being peeled that bad. It's not gonna take a lot. I could have run over this with a DA, but some of you guys don't have them, so I want to show you there's a way to do it without air compressor. Yeah, this is a good habit, the way I'm sanding, to get in, because when you sand your primer, you're gonna be sanding the same way, body work. I do everything at a cross hatch like this. Basically what it does, it just knocks down any ridges that you may have. Hope you guys are cool with it. I took Thanksgiving off because I was sick. And I just didn't have any energy to do anything. I barely got any now, but I figured I can take a week off every now and then. We ain't gonna make a habit out of it, but thank you guys for all the support. All the buying the Shake Master 4000s and the t-shirts, helping us out, helping us to keep doing this, because you guys are the reason that we get to keep doing this week to week. Thing here ought to be slicker and snot flat as we're getting it. All right, this area here is tougher, so we're going to roll it up. And we're just going to take it off the block and we're going to run it over these sharp edges real easily, not putting a whole lot of pressure. Big thing is we got to get her good and dried off before we start painting. Don't want any water coming from out behind the cracks and running down in your paint. That ain't no good. So I'm just going to saturate this and squeegee it real quick with our same. Probably use the block. These blocks here work just as good as the squeegees do. I think these motor guard blocks. Then we'll come back and wipe it off before we dry it. That looked good and flat. We got to do the top yet, but give her a gander, make sure there ain't no shiny spots, because you don't want that, because there's places where your paint ain't gonna stick. Make sure you guys keep a lookout after the first year. I'm gonna come out with some new t-shirts and stuff. Drop some ideas if you want to see something. We thought about doing some spray paint inspired t-shirts and maybe some with my 66 Volkswagen on it laid out. I don't know. Y'all drop down below what y'all would like to see. All right, now there's a bunch of little ribbies right in here, so I don't want the block to make any hard edges, so we're going to be careful in this area. These edges right here, anywhere there's a body line like it, you need to be a little careful, because like I said, it's thinner, so we're just going to use the regular old block. Now when we're sanding, we're going to keep our fingers together. You don't ever want to sand like this, because whatever the shape of your block is what it's going to do to it. So if you got a flat block, it's going to sand flat. If you got your fingers spread out, it's going to put little grooves in it. So you don't want to do that. Here we go. Lube her up a little bit. Yeah, this door's looking pretty good. Also, guys, to let you know, there's just a few of these Death Before Electric t-shirts left. We may change it up, but there's only a few of these left right now, so if you want one, limited sizes. That Scotch-Brite works really good in these places like this. It's got crevasses everywhere. All right, guys, if you look right here, see how it's still a little shiny right here in this area. We're gonna hit these few little areas like that, mainly around the edge, and just touch them up. I'm not putting a lot of water on it because we done wiped it off, but we do want these dulled down a little bit. We got a clean rag here. Now we're going to take a real quick spray away bath here and just do a little quickie clean one more time. Can't never have nothing clean enough. Cleanliness next to godliness, people, so can't never be too clean. Just going to run back and forth like this, give her a clean, come back with a dry one. Well, there's no residue on here. Hope you guys had an awesome, blessed Thanksgiving. And Christmas will be here before you know it. If you guys see that look there, that's what you're looking for. A good matte look, no orange peel, no places or nothing like that. That way we know it's good and stuck. I'm gonna finish drying it off. And we're gonna go start doing some of that custom metallic black on this unit here. I got my coat back on because it's cold outside. I don't need to get any sicker. Before we get started on here, we're gonna load the old Satin black here into the Shakemaster 4000. Give her about 3,000 shakes per minute here. I'll also link one of these D-Walts down here, these one-handed sawzalls. These things work great. We don't take any effort, guys. You just hog down just a wee bit on this thing here. This is all it takes. That's shook up. Arms ain't tired, nothing like that. Because you know, if you're like me, most of you guys get a can and you shake it a little bit and the ball's not rattling in there. You wait till you hear the ball rattle, then you're done. Well, you're not shook up. This thing here, it shakes it up. It also makes very tasty butter, as I did a video about a year ago. It's nice and creamy. We'll do every one of our cans like this before we shoot it to ensure they're all mixed up good. And let's go get my respirator. I'll link one of them also below because you don't want to spray stuff without a respirator because it goes in your lungs and it can't get back out. So we're gonna get the respirator and we're gonna go outside after I get bundled up. And I'm already sweating. All right, guys, this one here is probably gonna be a fast and furious because it's so cold outside, and I'm not trying to stay out there. I'm already sweating. But we'll go out there, probably 2 coats. That flat or that satin black covers pretty quick. So we're just gonna basically get a ground coat of that satin black. And the reason I use the satin is because it dries up a lot faster than the gloss does. And right now, like if you wasn't gonna clear this, when you're doing this style, it's a little harder to make it look good because it's not going to shine. Because you know, with your spray paints and stuff, you got to put good, even wet coats on and keep a wet edge and all that stuff to make them, when they dry, they shine. Of course, they're not protected. But if you do them with the clear coat like we're using here, you can get a good base coat. Then you can just basically mist this metallic over it. Now, if you was doing that without the clear, it'd be dull. But we can just mist it, get the color, the look we want, then come back with the clear and drill the clear on there good and flat. And you can cut and buff it if you want to. I don't know that we will next week. We'll see how it looks now. So this is going to be a fast and furious run and gun, get it done. So let's get at it. It's about 2 o'clock and it's almost, sun's almost going down. It's going to be harder for you guys to see it. I'll probably wait till tomorrow to really give you a shot of it because you can already see the reflections of the trees in there. But it's a balmy 45 degrees out here. So I'm going to be shooting number 4 on the 5-way cans. I like this one. What you can do, I need to get me a rag real quick. What you can do, I do to keep, because what this does is it'll build paint up on this tip right here and drip down sometimes. I've taken like chainsaw files and cut a notch right there. That way when it's spraying out, it don't load up. But I'm gonna get a rag for now, so every other pass we'll just tap it and get that off. If you see me doing that, you know what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to 75% overlap. You watch here. I'll get down here on this flat real quick. All right, you see how much we've done? I'm only going to move down. We're spraying this wide. I'm going to move down just about a quarter of it. And that's about a 75% overlap. Right, stuff covered pretty good. Probably gonna roll it inside and throw the heat to it because it's already drying up through here, but I don't know, let's see. We'll bring it back inside where it's a little warmer and then do something with it. I'm gonna cut the big jet heater. I'm gonna leave the door open. I'm just gonna let some nice warm air blow across it. that unit right there running across it, she'll be tacked off here in a minute. We'll take her back outside. All right, guys, that little jet heater for the win. All right, Crow, I'm filming here. As you can see, she chalked up in about 2 minutes. That's pretty good. This satin has a really nice sheen to it. And if you want to do this and you want it to last for a long time, you can do the matte 2K clear. It'll give it the same look, but it'll protect it. Try to get you guys a little better angle. All we're looking for at this point right here is to get a good, even, solid black color. That's all we're wanting. I ain't wanting no shine, ain't wanting nothing. Just, I want it all black. So we're gonna do the same way. We're gonna go around it, 75% overlap, and it should be good and colored. Then we'll go to our metallic. Here we go. And if you'll notice that I'm putting it on fairly wet, we're not trying to run it. I'm about 5 inches off of it, 75% overlap, but we're not spraying any dry. It's just looking wet, that's all you're wanting. Keep the edge of it wet like that, and just chase it down. Because in this cold weather, if you don't watch, you will run it. But the good thing about clearing this stuff is we can go back and touch it up. And it's not going to show any different because we're going to clear it and it's going to make it all shiny anyway. Make her all slicker than snot. I can't really bend there. Make sure I got all my edges. There's a gander at her. I don't see any red. That's the main thing we're looking for. We don't want to see any red. So let's take it in here and run her through the bake cycle real quick. Back in the bake cycle. Painting in the wintertime is hard. Painting in the summer is bad enough. Painting in the wintertime is harder. Fire in the hole! Alright guys, figured I'd take the opportunity to go ahead and shake up the good old Rust-Oleum Advanced Formula Metallic Paint and Primer N1. Oil Rub Bronze. Brilliant metallic finish. Okay guys, this is where you're going to be a hero or zero. Check out that nice satin sheen on that door. Got a super rad hot rod black look. Don't worry, if you see lines going like this, it's the sun coming through the trees. But anyway, what we're going to try to do is make this metallic as even as possible. We're probably going to come back, I'm going to say, a foot to 18 inches away. We may come over at first out like this and definitely do a 75 or 85% overlap. You're going to basically go over at one time and drop down just a skosh and go over and see how it looks. Then we're going to come back with the second coat on the diagonal back here, just dust it on. Then we may do another way. You're trying not to get stripes. It's hard to not get stripes with this stuff, but we're going to try. We're just basically wanting a little bit of sparklies. We're not trying to change the color or nothing like that. So we're going to get us a couple coats on this, see how it looks, then crack open the old 2K Glamour Clear and make it look like $1 million, hopefully. So anyhow, let me get y'all on the handheld unit here, and that way you can see how I mess it up. It's a grand possibility that I do mess this up, but you guys will see it. I mess up a lot and all you guys see it. So show y'all that I'm nowhere near superhuman. But as you see, this is a brand new one. You just take these things and hard to do one-handed. Take this little safety booger off. And also you're gonna want a rag for sure to wipe these tips off, because they'll get loaded up and they'll spit big old boogers up on there. Boogers on paint jobs ain't good, people. All right guys, you see these piles of dirt. This is for my backfill back in here where the little temporary but permanent paint booth's going. All right guys, make sure you got your rag down here to wipe the tip off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna practice off this top up here, and I'm gonna start here. Like I said, we're gonna be about a foot away from it, and we're gonna dust some light happy little clouds of metallic base here. Anyhow, let's get at it. That's what I grew up watching. We didn't have cable when I was little. We had 3 channels. Here we go. Foot away, nice little woo. Ooh, look at that, son. Is that not ka-chow pow? Look at that. Well, that's done. All right, we're gonna stay about a foot away. All right, guys, time for some more happy little clouds of metallic. About a foot away, just let her drop on there. As you can see, we're just dropping the happy little metallic clouds. And we're like a foot away. We are not getting carried away at all. That is a pretty metallic paint job. Good gravy, if I said so myself. Now it's gonna die back a little bit. So we might pull it inside to get a good gander, because these stupid tree reflections are like making it look like I missed the spot here. That's all tree reflections. We're gonna get her inside. Yeah, guys, make sure you wipe the tip off right before we get ready to go back into paint. You're gonna want to shake it good again, because those metallics settle. But I don't know that we're gonna need nothing. If it's even, that's all I want to put. We're not trying to change the color, trying to make it anything else. Oh, get inside. Cut on the far. Fire in the hole. I'm gonna give her a little bake cycle here again. I tell you guys, if you're painting outside or you're painting in a garage, these things stink, but they're a must. Fire in the hole. All right, guys, that looks good. Now this color here would also look good with just a matte finish clear over top of it. It'd be a cool metallic flat. Basically, when we roll it outside, I'm gonna show you what it's gonna look like. But I'm gonna show you what the temperature is. It's a little cooler than I thought. 43 degrees. Cause them branches just get all over the place. Now you can't tell. Cause if you watch when you move, see, that's a tree. It messes with you, but check out that color, guys. Is that not rad? I don't want to put any more on it. Do we do one more light dusting? I'm scared to. I'm scared. Oh, what the world. Anyhow, we're gonna do one more way back drop coat on. We're gonna dust this unit for sure. All right. Spray to the side. Some happy little metallic clouds. We're about 2 foot back now, guys. We are just gonna willy-nilly this one. We're just gonna let her float. Happy little metallic clouds on angles. We're every bit of 2 foot away. We're just doing a little dusty dust. Little Zorro. Yeah, we're done. Wipe the tip off of it. And that thing there is ready for some 2K clear. And I'm gonna show you real quick like. I might bring it back here and heat it up, and I can show y'all that. We'll get the door good and warm before we get to clear, because if I run anything, it'll be this. These are super easy to activate. You just take the little old red top here, and you put it on the little thingamabob down there. It's got a little hole for it. Put it in there. And basically, I just set it on the table and go ka-chow. Now, that's all you need to do, because what it does, it busts this. It's got a bladder in here. I have a video, I'll try to link if I remember, that shows it pushes this thing up here, it knocks the bladder open, and it just puts the catalyst in there. So this thing is ready. So, but one thing we have to do is we have to shake this thing just to make sure she's good and shook up. So, how y'all think we're gonna do this? I'm telling you guys, I use this thing weekly. Need to do another butter video. We may do that for the last video of the year. On December 29th, we make some honey butter. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Make sure y'all stay tuned for that. Make sure you buy a Shakemaster 4000 butter making machine, and y'all can make it with me. Make happy little butter. So hog that down, and we're gonna run this one for a while. I like to pulse it every now and then. She done. Alrighty. Time to take the old, go out to order some more. This was my last can. I think I'm gonna try some Eastwood. We're gonna order some, maybe order me some cans of Eastwood. I don't know. I got to have some because I'm out. I got some more matte colors. So drop comments below what colors you'd like to see done in matte. The matte 2K. The only downfall to the matte 2K is you can't cut and buff it. But I thought about doing a video. What would happen if you cut and buffed Matt 2K? Let's try it sometime. If y'all want to see that, let me know. This stuff is bad for you, so make sure you cover your arms and all that stuff and wear gloves. And wear you a good organic compound, I think they're called. I'll link one of these in below that are made for this, not a dust mask. It'll harden whether it has air or not. So that tells you that if it goes in your lungs, it's going to harden. Unlike this is not good for you, but I don't think it'll ever harden in your lungs, but it could. Don't breathe that in either. This will harden in this can eventually. I think 48 hours, it will totally harden. So I'm going to take you guys out here and we're going to probably do a ride along. Drive by, where you want to call it, with this thing. These things have nice tips on them. They spray a good fan and all that stuff. I will say be careful if you're using gloves on this to put your finger back, because if you don't, the tip will hang over in front of off the glove and it'll spit and mess your paint job up. So let's go here and check this out real quick. But yeah, guys, for sure wear your mask so you can be painting for a long time. I know a lot of really good painters that ain't here no more because they didn't think they needed a mask, or they wore a dust mask. But check that sparkalicious. Sure enough. Now wait till we put the shiny shine on. I'm gonna pull it down here so it don't suck up into the shop. We're probably gonna put 2 coats on this. Get it back here. Now we're gonna do it the same way, 75% overlap. And we're gonna go around the top. I'm probably not gonna band this one, go around it, because it may run. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell, but we're gonna just keep it wet basically. And we'll just run it over here, drop down. Like I say, if I sprayed this area here, I'm gonna drop down this much, this much, this much. Just keep a bunch of overlap so you get a good even coat. Now I'm gonna be spraying probably 5-6 inches. I move faster. I think it's better to be closer to where you get it good and wet, but move faster. Just, you know, practice on something. Don't just jump on the side of your car and say, I'm gonna do this. But I've got it down pretty good. I could run this, but we'll see. So I'm gonna put my mask up because I don't want to suck this stuff in either. Here we go.
Woo, guys, look at that. Look at that. Get that edge so don't forget it. Right up there. And about 5 inches to keep it good and wet. Notice how it's wetting out. 75% overlap. Man, does that color look gorgeous. Man alive. Woo-wee. Sparkalicious.
Oh, my new favorite. Definitely my new favorite. All right, I'm gonna wipe the tip off on this thing real quick. We ain't got no boogers on it. We're gonna let that tack. I don't know that I'm gonna buff it because it looks so good. So we may just put one more coat on it. But man, that bronze, rubbed oil bronze or something. Look at that, ka-chow. I mean, wow. This is all spray paint, guys, look. I really hope this thing is showing it. Somebody needs to paint their whole car with this. I'm gonna let this sit out here because it stays open a little longer than the other stuff does. And once it tacks, I can feel it. I'm gonna bring it here and throw a little real quick heater up with the jet heater. Just don't blow it towards it, blow it on the back side. Well, it's not blowing trash in it, but man, them happy little metallic clouds, choice. All right, guys, last coat maybe. I don't know, I might do 3. Do y'all want to see it cut and buff? If you notice this last coat, we're going kind of slow with it. We'll see it. These 2 heavy coats may cut and buff because there's not a whole lot of peel in it. $75% overlap. You can see how it's wetting out right there. I'm about 5-6 inches off of it. Other than that, I didn't give her a good shake. If you want to keep it good and wet, travel about this fast at 5 inches and you'll be good. I mean, like I said, it's 43 degrees. And if it runs, you just cut and buff it out. You notice a little dry spot like right there, you need to get on it, but like it's dry, you just slow down. Looks like it's too wet, you speed up. It's just something you guys have to learn. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it up here at Mama Limbs. They got a big old spot up here. It ain't got no tree limbs in the way, and we'll take a picture of it. I think we just, while it's still wet, I think I'm just gonna run her on up. That way it gets a good heavy coat. That way we do have enough if we wanna cut and buff it. The bad thing is the lower it gets in the can, you notice that the fan's getting smaller because it's running out of aerosol. So I'll let her put her here in front of the old heater, let her flow out. Good thing is there ain't a whole lot of bugs out here when it's this cold. Now you need to be wearing the respirator. I'm not wearing it right now so I can talk. I normally wear it, like I said. Alright guys, I think that's good enough. I don't think we got enough for 3. We'll put her in here and good gravy alive. Look at that. Go pow chow pow pow pow. Y'all wanted something custom, y'all got it. I like it. If we had better lighting, it could have some stripes when I get it up there in the direct sun. I don't know. We'll just have to see after it tacks. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I got about a quarter of a can left, maybe. I don't know if that's enough to do that. Now I will say, for my demo purposes, these cans work great. You can do a whole car with them. I mean, like I said, you need, if you're gonna cut and buff it, it's gonna take a lot more. You could 2-coat clear it pretty easy with you can do maybe a door and a fender with a can, a whole bedside with a can. Just kind of justify that. Like short wheelbase bedside, that's gonna be about a can if you're not cutting and buffing it. But if you can get you a compressor and some clear, I got another setup here I'm gonna do in the near future. One of the airless jobs I got, I think it's gonna work pretty good. We'll try that. But yeah, if you can get something where you can get a gallon of clear and mix it, it is cheaper, guys. It really is, and a little easier. But that's another video y'all can just look forward to. So let this tack. We're gonna take it up there in the bright sunshine, and we'll be back. All right, guys, got her up here in the sunshine. She's just a little splotchy. It'd probably helped if we'd have had the sunshine down there where we could see, but not making any excuses. I think it looks really good. Get a spunt around where y'all can see it. Y'all think about that? Ka-chow, pow, pow, pow. It's a cool looking color, I think. She's a popping. Look at that reflection. Hey, gracious. Now that's what I talk about, pow, pow, pow. Yeah, you can see there's a few distinct light ones in there. We did a little better job in this area, but like I said, you need good lighting. I'm just trying to get this stuff done. Yeah, that rubbed oil, whatever it's called, it looks really good with this, I think. What do y'all think? I think she looks pretty daggone good. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a cut and buff on this one. I don't think there's any point. I mean, it's like, see reflection in here. It's pretty daggone slick. Metallics don't show it up as good, but gracious, that is a good combo, I think. But I will say it's probably going to be a challenge to get this perfect on a car. But with the right lighting, I think you can do it. We'll get this video wrapped up, take this thing back down to the shop real quick. We'll look at it inside and see how she looks. Sunshine's messing me all up. All right, guys, what y'all think about the super duper metallic black? I think it turned out pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna cut and buff it. It's pretty slick as it is, and we'll just do a different color on there. So drop down below, things you like to see, because all this is stuff you guys want to see. And I brainstormed a lot on trying to figure out how to make the old black metallic on there, and I think it turned out pretty good. So if y'all want to give it a shot, y'all saw how to do it. Super easy. Thank y'all for the kind comments and buying the Shake Master 4000 t-shirts and hats and all that stuff. It really helps us out. If you want to scoop up any of that stuff, remember, go on, head on over. The only place you can buy it made here in the USA is at www.acdesignsgarage.com. All that stuff's made right here in the good old US of A. And remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you so do we. God bless. We gone.